So in today's video, I have a little first impressions and review of these dip powders. They were sent to me from Model 1s. It came with this cute little dusting brush and a little nail file. They sent me over all of these dip powder colors. I will have links to everything down below. I'm also going to use, of course, the Model 1's dip liquids. So they sent over these 7 colors plus the clear. This is sold all together as a set. So you get all of these really gorgeous colors. This color tripped me out a little bit because in the jar it looks like it's like a solid or a really light shimmer. And then I opened it up and it was a glitter, a really, really gorgeous, gorgeous glitter. So I know you guys have seen me use the Model 1's dip liquids for quite some time now, but I've never actually used all 3 liquids as a system, like actually using the top coat, the dip top coat. So I'm going to do that today. So you're gonna see how the whole Model 1's dip liquid set goes, whether it's shiny or not, as well as these dip powders. So they say Azure on them, but Model 1's on their website, they do carry these dip powders. So I will leave everything linked down below. Here, I just wanted to show you the dip liquids, how they come. I did get these off of Amazon. These I did purchase. The powders were sent to me. So I get this set of liquids. It comes with 4 different liquids, of course, base, activator, top, and brush saver. It includes a little nail file and then some replacement brushes. I love these bottles. They're just so pretty. I love the ombre effect to them. So I'm gonna pull out my dip liquids. I decided on my colors. And you guys already know if I get a hold of a new black dip, I am going to try it. So since one was included in this set that they sent me, I'm gonna throw it on my nail here. As you could see, the bottles have that really nice deep wiper insert that will prevent your brush from getting too much liquid on it. So my initial plan for this mani, to be 100% honest with you, I was just gonna do this one nail in the black just as an accent and do all of the other ones in that red, just because new black dip powders, they make me nervous. If you've ever worked with black or multiple blacks, then you know some of them can have either a gray or a blue type of undertone to them, and they can also stain really bad, really bad. That is the one turn off for me with some black dips, is just the staining, because sometimes you just, no matter how hard you scrub after, you can't get it off. This did not stain whatsoever. When I tell you I was shocked by this black dip, that is an understatement. Look, barely any black is on my cuticles, around my nail. It cleaned up beautifully. The powder was really, really soft. I have no complaints. And that coverage in one dip is bonkers. It's crazy to me. So after I did my one dip on that nail, I was like, I'm gonna do another one. This mani was kind of an unplanned mani. I thought I had it all planned out and I did completely different than what I set out to do. Like I said, I was just gonna do one accent now with the black just to test it out and see how it performed, how it applied, whether it stained, whether it had a funky undertone to it. I don't really mind a black with an undertone. I just like to know if it has one, pretty much. The staining really is what does it for me, whether it's hit or miss. If you guys have seen my black comparison video, then you pretty much know what all I look for in a good black dip. I will leave my black comparison video linked up here for you, up in the little eye. So I end up doing red on my other nails, and then I'm gonna do a little ombre over the black with that red glitter. So I am going to finish up my black dips here, and then I'm gonna move on to the red. And then I'm going to cap the red ones in clear. I am going to use only stuff from this kit. So I am going to use the clear that was included in this little collection that they sent to me. So I'm going to go ahead and do my second dip in the black, even though I really didn't need a second dip. Like I said, it was completely full coverage, as you can see, in just one dip. But 2 is my normal MO, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to let you guys watch, and I will be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to this red dip. As you can see, the black did stain the base brush bottle just a little bit, but it didn't transfer over onto my nail, and after my base brush kind of sat in the bottle, it did eventually just come right off. It was fine. But most blacks, I mean, any dark pigmented dip is going to stain your brush somewhat, so that wasn't a big deal for me whatsoever. So this red is like the perfect Valentine's Christmas shade of red. It's not super deep. It still has a nice vibrant color to it, if that makes sense. Gonna do 2 dips. I did get full coverage in 2 dips of this red. I don't usually do a lot of red, and I had a hard time picking out what colors I wanted to do. So of course I went to Gabe, my 13-year-old, and he was like, well, you never ever do red nails unless it's like Christmas. So that's why I went with the red, because Gabe made me do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 dips in this red on my pinky, middle, and thumb, and then I am going to cap in the Azure Clear that was included in this set. And then I'm gonna go ahead and activate the 3 red nails, just because I'm gonna go ahead and do the little ombre on my black ones, and I don't want any of that glitter to fly up and get on my red nails. So I will let you guys watch for a bit, and I'll be right back. So now I'm all done with clear capping my red nails, and I'm gonna move on to the activator. Of course, you all know by now I like to do 2 coats of activator. That is just what kind of works best for me. I've had some issues when I just do 1 coat of activator. I know other people do just fine with 1 coat. 2 is just my preferred method. Overall, I was really impressed with these powders. They were really super smooth. They applied beautifully. I have no complaints. The red is gorgeous. It's like a cherry shade of red, and the black, I'm still surprised at how pigmented, and it's just a good rich black. So you guys will definitely be seeing me use this black again in some more videos. So now I'm going to move on to my ombre, and I wanted to do it a little bit different. So I did 1 ombre starting at the base of my cuticle, and then on the other nail I do it at the tip of my nail, the free edge of my nail. I'm just taking a little ombre brush, I'm pointing my finger downward, and I'm focusing on my cuticle and my sidewall areas first, and then I will slowly move up and get that kind of ombre fade that I want it to have. If you're new to ombres, I definitely recommend starting with a glitter ombre. They're definitely the easiest and the most forgiving. Doing ombres with solid colors can be a little bit different, a little bit difficult if you are new to doing the ombre. So now I'm just going to sprinkle on a little bit more just to get the fade and make it a little bit more even. And then I will clean up around my cuticles. And then I am going to just go ahead and let that dry, just because there is some base on the tip of my nail where I didn't apply any glitter or any powder. So I do go ahead and let both of those nails sit for a minute before I cap them in clear. But now I'm going to move on to my pointer finger, and this one I'm going to do the ombre at the free edge. So I'm just applying my base, and then I'm going to tilt my finger up towards the sky, and then I'm going to focus on my free edge first and make sure that that is nice and saturated with this glitter dip. And then I am going to slowly fade it down. So I will let you guys watch. Like I said, I'm going to finish up my ombre. I'm going to let these sit for a minute just so that that base on the parts of my nails that didn't get any powder dries. And then I'm going to go ahead and cap these in the same clear that I capped the red nails in. So I will let you guys watch me finish this up, and I'll be right back. Alright, so my accent nails are encapsulated, and now I'm just going to do my 2 coats of activator like I always do. I am going to file and shape and all that good stuff off camera just to save a little bit of time. You guys have to let me know if you want me to start including some filing and shaping in my videos. I just try to keep my videos within like a 25 to 30 minute time frame, but let me know your thoughts. So I've went ahead and filed and shaped. Now I'm just going to wipe off all that extra dust with a alcohol wipe, and then I'm going to get right into the dipped top coat. So I have a extra little alcohol pad, a piece of paper towel, and I'm gonna go in with the activator once again and do a thin coat of activator to all my nails. This is what's going to help set the top coat. I'm outside doing my voiceover. It's so nice out. It's, I don't know, like 8:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden the fire station across the street wants to put their little siren alarm thingy on, so I apologize for that. So like I said, I'm just applying a coat of activator to all of my nails. I'm gonna let that sit for about a minute just to let that soak in quite a bit. So I went ahead and did that. This is my trick for not, ever since I've started doing this, I don't have any of my brushes harden up on me. I'm just going to take alcohol wipe and do a very quick swipe over all of my nails. That's going to help take away the excess activator that really isn't needed on your nails. And then with a dry, clean paper towel, I'm just going to buff and clean off that extra little layer on top. Even me doing all these extra little steps, my top coat still goes on just fine. I do this, I've been doing this for months now when I do actually do a dip top coat, which you all know is not that often. So just gonna prop my hand up here, and I'm gonna do, dip top coat needs to be done in 2 layers. Your first layer is gonna be a really quick 1, 2, or 3 strokes. Don't worry about getting all the way to your cuticle. Don't worry about it being completely covered. Don't worry about your free edge. This is just a base coat. This is not gonna show final product whatsoever. You do want to make sure you are wiping your brush off on a piece of paper towel, because that could contaminate your whole bottle of liquids as well. Also keep in mind, if you're using the Model 1's liquids or any other thinner liquids, you don't want to have too much of the product on your brush, because you don't want it to flood your cuticles or any of that. So like I said, I'm just doing 2 to 3 quick strokes, and then I will let this sit for, again, about another minute, and then I will go back in and do my final coat, which will be the more detailed layer of the top coat. So that is just 1 layer of the dip top coat. So I've let it sit for about a minute. Now I'm going to go back in and do my final application of the dip top coat. I'm just making sure I don't have too much liquid on my brush. So like I said, this can be where you can take your time a little bit more and make sure that your nail is fully covered. You want to cap your free edge. So I will let you guys watch me finish up the dip top coat, but look how shiny it is. I was actually really impressed with the dip top coat also. So I will let you guys watch, and I'll be right back. All right, so now I'm gonna do my final top coat on my thumb, and then I'm going to let this sit. It said it was gonna take 2 minutes for this dip top coat to fully dry. And I'll be honest with you, it was dry within like a minute. It dried really super fast, and it stayed just as shiny as it is right now, which you guys will see that in just a second. So I am all done with my top coat. I went ahead and let that fully dry. Look how shiny it is. I didn't think it was gonna be this shiny. I wasn't even sure how the dip top coat was gonna work. So here they are fully dry. As you can see, the shine did not dull whatsoever over the course of the minute or so that it took to dry. So this is the finished mani. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my cuticle candy, cuticle oil to all of my nails and get that rubbed in. But like I said, all links and discounts and all that good stuff will be down in the box for you. So if you're interested in getting this dip powder set, go ahead. It's a really, really good kit. I will say, I was surprised. Usually I get nervous, to be 100% honest, I get nervous when I get dip powder in those little types of jars, because I usually, honestly, don't end up liking many of them. So again, this was the Azure powders, which are sold from Model 1s. These are the 3 colors that I used that were in the set of, what was it, 7 colors and 1 clear. And then the Model 1s dip liquids that I got off of Amazon. So you guys will have to let me know what you think of this mani. Here are some reveal photos. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.